From Neural Newscast, I am Daniel Brooks.
And I am Elise Moreau. It is Thursday, February 26th.
The Pentagon is putting intense pressure on one of the most prominent AI startups in the country. Defense officials have issued a final offer to Anthropic regarding the military use of its Claude software.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth wants full access to the model by tomorrow evening. Today we will discuss the standoff over ethical guardrails and the threat of the Defense Production Act.
The situation reached a head yesterday, February 25th, when Pentagon officials sent their best and final offer to the company. It is a high-stakes moment for the $200 million contract signed last summer.
Secretary Hegseth met with Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei earlier this week to deliver the ultimatum. If the company does not grant all lawful use by Friday evening, they face the loss of all military business.
The Pentagon is even threatening to label Anthropic a supply chain risk. That is essentially a government blacklist that would prevent them from working with any federal agency or partner in the future.
This is a striking shift in tone for a company that was the only AI firm cleared for classified systems until recently. The government seems ready to sever a very deep technical relationship, Daniel.
The root of the disagreement is about how much control the military has over the software's internal rules. Anthropic has built its reputation on being the most safety-forward firm in the industry.
Amodei is particularly concerned about mass surveillance and the use of AI in autonomous killing. He has been pushing for guardrails that would keep human judgment in the loop for lethal decisions.
The administration has been dismissive of these concerns. Secretary Hegseth and other officials have labeled these safety measures as woke AI, suggesting they are simply ideological roadblocks.
The design of Claude is fundamentally built around these safety principles. If Anthropic agrees to remove them, it would change the architecture and the cultural identity of the product, Daniel.
Defense officials argue they are not asking for anything illegal. They say they simply want a license to use the technology for all activities that are lawful under U.S. statutes.
That is the exact language that competitors like OpenAI and Google have reportedly agreed to. Even Elon Musk's XAI chatbot was approved for classified use this past Monday after accepting those terms.
It leaves Anthropic as the lone holdout among the major players, Elise. They're stuck between their ethical mission and the reality of doing business with the world's largest defense spender.
There is also the looming threat of the Defense Production Act. This is a Korean War-era law that allows the president to force companies to prioritize government needs during national emergencies.
Invoking that act would be a major escalation. It would essentially allow the military to seize control of the software and use it regardless of what the company's leadership thinks.
It creates a difficult dilemma for a company planning to go public this year. Investors usually like government contracts, but they also value the unique safety brand Anthropic has built, Daniel.
Amodei has noted that revenue has actually grown while they have taken this stand, but the pressure from the Pentagon is much more direct than any previous administration's requests.
We have seen similar ethical debates in architecture when firms refuse to design prisons or border walls. This feels like a digital version of that conscientious objection.
Still, the Pentagon is focused on what they call the global AI arms race. From their perspective, any guardrail that slows down a mission is a tactical disadvantage.
We will see if a middle ground exists before the deadline tomorrow, February 27th. If not, the relationship between the Pentagon and one of its top AI partners could dissolve entirely by the weekend.
The implications for the broader industry are significant. If the government can force an AI company to strip its safety features, it sets a massive precedent for every other firm in Silicon Valley.
It is a question of who really owns the soul of a machine once it is sold to the state. We will be watching for Anthropic's response as that Friday deadline approaches.
I am Daniel Brooks.
And I am Elise Moreau.
For more coverage, visit us online. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
Neural Newscast uses artificial intelligence in content creation, with human editorial review prior to publication. While we strive for factual, unbiased reporting, AI-assisted content may occasionally contain errors. Verify critical information with trusted sources. Learn more at neuralnewscast.com.